Welcome to MLS Match Day Central, right here from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. We are wrapping up the 2018 MLS All-Star Game presented by Target, and for the second year in a row, guys, PKs get the best of the MLS All-Stars. In 2017 at Soldier Field, it was Real Madrid coming up big from the spot, and this year it's Juventus. They made all of their PKs. They were nails from that spot. It was an incredible display by them. A miss by Broadway Phillips sees the MLS All-Stars go down, but Josef Martinez, who else here in Atlanta, gets the goals for the All-Stars, makes it 1-1 after an Andrea Favelli goal in the 21st minute. We've got Josef Martinez coming up. We've got Bradley Wright Phillips. We've got ALPHONSO Davies and many more from our own David Goss down on the field, but here's your opportunity. What'd you see tonight? Sum it up.
Well, Josef Martinez shows his quality again, just relentless, and shows his courage on the goal. But Almiron, best player, most exciting player, dynamic, end-to-end stuff from him as usual, as we've become accustomed to see here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. They built a really nice relationship with Vela and Piatti, especially around the first 30. As time went on, the substitutions disrupted MLS's rhythm. Actually, on both sides, the game didn't really live up to the billing in the second half. Yeah. Came down to penalties, but some really exciting stuff in the first 30, 40 for me.
Bobby, what do you make of the spectacle here?
Yes.
72,317 fans here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That is a record for a standalone MLS All-Star game. It's also the second most attended All-Star game in professional sports here. You're talking NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, now number 2. What'd you make of this event?
Huge event, and I'll say first, Ashanti crushed it. Nailed that national anthem. And then the crowd was awesome. The lights, the show, the whole thing they do here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And Kalen mentioned about the game. Got off to a hot start. First 30 minutes were awesome. Everyone was excited. Died down a little bit after that, but MLS All-Stars probably should have gotten the win late on against the younger Juventus squad, just couldn't find the goal.
Really open game late in this one. A lot of chances, a lot of opportunities. Zach Steffen came up big. Some chances went missing for the All-Stars as well. But the man who got on the score sheet, Josef Martinez, doing it in Atlanta, in the city that he calls home. David Goss caught it with him after the game.
Joseph, just number one, what's this week been like? A chance to host the All-Star game in your city.
Y la verdad que es muy movido. Tengo que agradecerle a la gente por el apoyo y cómo se vivió este partido durante una semana. Agradecer por todo el apoyo que nos brindaron y nada, y que espero que la hayan disfrutado.
Yeah, it's been a moving week here. I have to thank all the fans in Atlanta for just the way that they support us all the time, for the wonderful experience in this game, and like I said, their support that they give us in and out, or week in and week out.
You're a goal scorer, you're ferocious on the field. Even in an All-Star game, you gave up your body for it. Is there something about it where you just can't help yourself?
Cuerpo así en el peligro y cómo es así o cómo eres.
Y yo tengo como delantero y como yo siempre he vivido, yo cada pelota la juego al máximo. Después veremos qué pasa, pero no me importaba si me tenía que reventar otra vez la nariz. Ya la tercera vez, entonces no importa.
I'm a forward, so I know that means for me that I'm going to put my body on the line for every single play. And whatever that means, if I have to get injured or break my nose again, it doesn't matter. I've already broken it twice, so it's not a big deal at this point.
As a Torino guy, did you have to score against Juve?
Sí, como antes estabas en Torino, sí tenías que marcar hoy, sí o sí.
No sé si sí o sí, pero es lindo cuando tú le marcas a un equipo grande como la Juve y espero que lo hayan disfrutado la gente del Torino, ¿no?
Yeah, I don't know if I had to, but it's always nice to score against a team that you used to play against a lot, and hopefully the people in Torino enjoyed it.
2018 MLS MVP, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
As a forward, I play every ball to the max. If there is a sentence that defines Josef Martinez, it's that one. And you think, hey, it's an all-star game, it's an exhibition, it's a bunch of stars getting together, maybe some guys might pull out of some tackles, maybe not risk their safety. On that goal, Josef Martinez was thinking about one thing, putting the ball in the back of the net, and that's what he did.
Andrew, earlier in the match, there's the play where the ball goes back to Szczesny. Josef Martinez runs and slides to try and challenge his clearance. I mean, in an all-star game on turf, he's sacrificing his body. He's courageous in the box. He wants to score. It's compulsive for him. It's not an option, and that's why he's been so consistent this season.
24 goals. We're not counting this one as 25, obviously, but to do it in front of his home fans, I mean, he is a superstar here in Atlanta. When you talk to people, as we have all week here at these festivities, Bobby, They know what they have. They have one of the best players, if not the best in Major League Soccer.
Yeah, and Kalen mentioned the bravery he showed on that goal. It's not just his technical ability and his physical abilities. He's also a leader for any team he's on. When you see that intensity for that person leading the line, it sets a tone in training in games, and you could see it for the first 30 minutes tonight.
All right, let's go through the highlights of this game. As I said, 1-1 in regulation. A ton of chances early on. 2 goals in the 21st and 26th minute. Andrea Favelli for Juventus, getting them on the board to start this off. And then JOSEF Martinez with the goal. Look, this was a game in which you had some brilliant saves, some periods that were a little bit off as they made substitutions, but overall I think we had enough instances to see the quality to really see what both these sides were about.
There were a couple of nice moments, especially in the first half. Piatti was able to sit his defender down on the ground. Vela had some nice little runs. And you got to understand, these guys haven't played together. They're top players, but they don't play together week in, week out. Almiron and Martinez do. But they were building a relationship on the fly. There's a moment where Piatti doesn't want the ball behind. He wants it to foot. Almiron puts it behind him. But as it got going, they got stronger, had some really nice inner moments going forward.
Zach Steffen, we know that he loves this building, Bobby Warshaw. In the PK shootout, I thought for sure he was going to play the hero. Couldn't quite get it done, but in regulation in that second half, he made a couple of huge stops.
That save when he went back to his right after he was leaning to his left, that's big time. That's Zach Steffen right there, and I'm with you. I thought for sure I would have put my DraftKings money on Zach Steffen to get that win in PKs again.
If you had JOSEF Martinez, you certainly got a good one in this one. Now, they went to PKs, of course, and I said it, last year at Soldier Field, Real Madrid got the better of the MLS All-Stars. Same thing this time, just couldn't quite stop them. MLS so good up until the point that BWP stepped to the spot. Unfortunately, he bangs that left post. This is not what MLS wanted. It's probably not what Chris Armas wanted either, because this miss, while BWP will walk away and say, you know what, all good, it could have a little carry-on effect. PK's not really have been his thing.
It's another miss in a pressure-filled moment, and it was just an exhibition, but you can bet that BWP wanted to score. He wanted his team to win, so it's not a great sign that he didn't score there.
Of course, Juventus happy about this one. Some young bucks, so good from the PK spot. What did you make of them in this shootout?
Well, you knew it was going to have to be nearly perfect to get past Zach Steffen. He's been so incredible on penalties, and they were. I mean, 2 of them kissed the post. The other 2 were in the upper corner, so there wasn't much. There was one that he maybe could have gotten closer to, or he got up and reacted as if he had a sniff at it. But that's just how incredible he is. You give hat off to Juventus, because some of those players are young players as well. We talk about the young MLS players. This was a young Juventus side. Some of those players stepped up in front of 70,000 and did the business as well.
I would say that if you do PKs in an exhibition and you don't Panenka, it shouldn't count. You shouldn't be able to win if you don't try and Panenka in an exhibition.
Do you count Graham Zusi's little chip as a Panenka? It's up the middle. It's not the true
I
chip.
just think
You
these players could have done better. You know, I think we really could have seen a little more suave on them.
You're saying Bobby Warshaw in a PK shootout is up here Panenking?
It's got to be above 50,000
Gotcha.
fans for me to do
Okay,
that. I
gotcha.
don't do it under 50,000 fans.
Gotcha. I get that. Let's go back to that first half. And when I watch this game, obviously we're thinking about the result. We want to see them get one against Juventus and have that headline. But ultimately it doesn't matter. It's an exhibition game. This is more kind of dream theater, let's call it, where you see these players who you admire week to week and you wonder, what might it be like if Carlos Vela played with Ignacio Piatti? What might it be like if those 2 then teamed up with Atlanta United's Miguel Almiron and JOSEF Martinez? To me, that's the beauty of this game, and it makes you dream.
Well, make no mistake, Weeby, some of these players wanted to show to impress, because the eyes of the globe were watching this one as well. And it's funny because Alphonso Davies is 17, but the Alphonso Davies effect, being sold for upwards of $22 million. When you're Miguel Almiron or you're JOSEF Martinez and you're seeing a young kid being sold for that, and you get a chance to play against a team that contends in the Champions League every year, and you get to play against them, not only is it a dream for you, but it's an opportunity to put yourself in the window, even though it's an exhibition match, to be able to really get seen by a lot of people.
People are watching. There's no doubt about that. As I said, 72,317 fans here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That is a record for a standalone MLS All-Star game. There was a doubleheader in '96, but Brazil was involved in that one. A huge crowd, an incredible crowd. Second overall in All-Star games among sports in North America. We're talking Major League Baseball, NBA, NFL, 72,000 folks. It's been a wonderful night. BWP caught up with David Goss after this one. Let's go to that now.
Ready? Brad, you experienced this before. You've got Aaron Long and Tyler Adams doing it for the first time. What's it been like watching them go through this week?
Nah, this week it's been good. They've been good. They've looked like everyone else. You know, they look like they can play here, and they showed that today in the game.
Did you miss that PK on purpose? You don't want to show your cards?
Nah, not really. You know what? I just tried to keep it low. I should have put some height on it. I think when I used the turf, it kind of dragged it wide.
I saw pregame you were chatting with Parkhurst and Hedges. You trying to throw them off for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I was trying to learn a bit about ATL and Dallas, man, but they're not giving me anything.
And which player was most exciting, unique to play with? Who did you feel like you really connected with?
Yeah, I was trying to hook up with Valeri a lot. I think he's very good on the ball, and I was just trying to make some runs for him. Just a little bit out of timing sometimes, but he's a quality player.
Overall, how was the experience this week?
Very good, man. It's been fun down here. I wish I could have got that penalty to give the fans something to cheer about after, but it was a great experience.
Thanks so much, Brad.
PWP did not seem to be too concerned about that miss, and I don't blame him. This is an exhibition. It's a party. It's a soccer festival here in Atlanta, and it's been such a great week in this city. We got to get to Alphonso Davies, right? What did you see from him in this game?
I mean, his usual comfortable self, to be honest with you. The moment never seems to be too big for him. Even when I was watching him in training with some guys that he's probably looked up to, and amongst the All-Stars, he seemed to be comfortable. And same thing in this match. You know, he just glides so easily past these players and came in. Even his first touch was positive. He ran at a couple guys, stepped on it, and then knew when to go backwards as well. So I would say he's going to have some moments in the second half of the season that he's going to have to learn from continually. But he seems to be learning at a rapid pace, and I think that's also why teams are so interested in him.
And he looked comfortable at left back, too, which is important. There's questions moving forward with his skill set. Can he keep possession? Is he sharp enough in tight spaces in the middle field to play winger or to play left midfield? So maybe left back is the position of the future, and it was nice to see that he looked comfortable in that spot.
There were a couple times where he's able to pick up the ball and take it inside.
Exactly.
And he didn't look rushed at the moment. Was able to find an interior pass and continue forward. I agree with you. I think left back is a nice spot for him.
We could wax poetic about this young man, but let's hear from him. David Goss caught up with Alphonso Davies on the field.
Alphonso, we got to start out with this. We heard Giorgio Chiellini mention his excitement to play against you. Did you have a chance to talk to him?
No, I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet, and I was hoping he would have, come on the field so I can get a chance, but, he didn't.
Was there any wow moment for you today, this week?
No, everything was normal, I guess. Besides, playing here in front of 70,000, 72 actually, it was just amazing.
Normally they're cheering against you. What was it like to have them on your side?
It felt good. Got a burst of energy when, I think it was Alexandro. He tried to grab me. He actually asked me to switch jersey with them. So, and they were cheering me on. Just burst of energy.
Alexandro's one of the best left backs in the world. Are you a left back in your future? You got a couple minutes there.
Yeah, I play wherever the coach puts me, but left back is a position I enjoy. At first, I didn't know how to play properly, but as time goes on, you have experienced guys around you. They teach you easily how to play the position.
And last one, did you think about the fact that you could be playing Champions League within a year against a team like Juventus week in and week out?
No, I haven't thought about that yet. I think when you brought it up, it just came in my head. But yeah, I'm excited to play Champions League against these guys and other great players.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alphonso. Good luck.
Such a polished young man. I think we were all hoping for that Giorgio Chiellini, Alphonso Davies matchup in this game after what Chiellini said in the lead-up. He said, I know Alphonso Davies. I want to see him play. I want to play against him. When Bayern Munich makes a move of this nature in North America, it's a little bit surprising. So we want to see what that player's like. In this game, he said it's just a normal one for him, Bobby, outside the 72,000. What should he have taken from it? What could he take from it?
Wait, this was a big week for him just away from the game, being around the veterans in Major League Soccer, being around Ignacio Piatti and Diego Valeri and picking their brains. When you see these guys out here for warm-up or in training, they're talking soccer. You can see the hand motions. You can see the gestures. They're talking about spacing. They're talking about movements. It would be important for Alphonso Davies to talk to these guys, pick their brains about how they see the game, how they think football.
You have to remember, every opportunity is a learning experience for him. So he may have played, a number of matches, but he hasn't played that many in front of this type of crowd. And this is actually the type of environment that you will encounter in a Champions League or playing for a club like Bayern Munich. So this was a big learning experience for him as well.
So it's about the week here at MLS All-Star. Certainly the game is the finale, and everybody's excited for that. But it's really about the build-up, the parties, the networking. And when I say networking, I kind of feel rotten about that. But it's more about meeting fellow MLS fans and coming together for a special week here. Before we get out of here, and the result is what it is, what did you take away from this week, Bobby? We'll start with you.
Like you said, just getting a chance to have everyone from the American soccer community come together.
Canadian as well.
And Canadian,
Yeah.
you're right, of course. All the media, all the partners, everyone around the game, the star players. It's a chance to just talk soccer for a week straight, and there's nothing better than that for me. To be able to pick brains, be able to talk to people about how they see the game, the way they've been viewing MLS this year. I love that.
Yeah, I sit back, Weeby, and I think back to when I first joined MLS. And Bobby, you and I have played in quite a number of stadiums about this size, but they were pretty empty.
Yeah.
And now to see this come fast forward, it feels like I've stepped into a new future, an unrecognizable one, but an awesome one, filled with Miguel Almiron, on the side of a stadium here, and packed with 72,000 people dancing, enjoying it all. So this is really a big moment in American soccer and something to be really proud of.
It gets bigger every single year, and that's what's so special about this league, about the game in North America. We just continue to grow, and if I can add to what you guys said, it really is about the people. It's about meeting all the folks that you interact with on Twitter or that you hear from in the comments section or just come up and say to you, you know what, I like that take, or you know what, that was garbage. All those things are beautiful. We love the same thing, the beautiful game, Major League Soccer. What a night this was here in Atlanta. Of course, 72,317 fans packing Mercedes-Benz Stadium, a record for standalone MLS All-Star Game. And, of course, we've shown you right up there with the utmost best in North America for All-Star Games. So that's the game. We have a second half to go, or should I say a playoff stretch at this point, because it's about 12 to 14 games, depending on the team, to figure out who you are, what you are, and see if you're among those top 6 in the Eastern and Western conferences. So what's next? What are you looking forward to in the next home stretch, let's say?
This is the time on the Dynamo teams I played on where the calendar hits August and you have to switch it on. And there are a couple teams that I'll be watching closely down this stretch in August that have that experience. And can they do it? Seattle Sounders in the West, Toronto FC in the East. Both of them have not had good seasons, not up to standards, back-to-back MLS Cups for both of them. Can they switch it on as they have in the past, make that great escape, and get in the playoffs? If both of them can, I have them both as potentially favorites to be able to get back to MLS Cup. The question is it too little? Is it too late?
Yep.
Yeah, drama both at the top of the playoff standings and the bottom. Who's going to win Supporter Shield? New York City, Red Bulls, Atlanta, all fighting up there. But then at the bottom, too, both the 5th and 6th spots in the playoffs are coming down to the wire. There's 6 teams in each conference that might be able to get it, but also, guys, we got to talk about the stars. Who's going to be MVP? Is it going to be Zlatan? Is it going to be Quintero? Is it going to be BWP? Almiron, Joseph? So many good storylines going in.
No shortage of incredible players, no shortage of incredible storylines here in Major League Soccer as we finish up the 2018 season. This has been MLS Matchday Central from the All-Star Game presented by Target. We're so happy you joined us. We hope you enjoyed the game. Stay tuned right here to MLSsoccer.com and all the MLS social media channels for all the coverage the rest of the way. With that, we're going to say goodnight. Have a great one, everyone. We'll see you this weekend.